Now, I identify here, she's going to go poop, and she turns on all the sinks.
She's not pooping, she's crying.
She's crying.
What are you talking about?
No. I know this is a poop. Because
no, she's crying.
If she had the technology, she would turn on thunder sounds.
No, this is because when Kenny goes poop, he also cries. And so it's...
Because it hurts.
It's a 1-to-1.
Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrible Opinions podcast. And we're back again with The House of the Devil. And I'm your devilishly good host who totally always does the opening in the same order, I think.
Whose house?
Kenny. The Devil's house.
I'm not the babysitter, Daniel.
Bang!
I was going to say I'm not the Mama Ryan.
I mean, you still can. Is that what you want to say?
I'm going to go with I'm the pizza guy, but I'm not the pizza delivery guy, Ryan.
Oh.
Or the large sausage. I just heard something fall on my house.
On your house or in your house?
In my house.
Okay.
Only one of the children's awake.
So, does it sound like it's
She can
rolling
handle
around? Or...
It just, I don't know, she's good. She's got cereal. It didn't sound like cereal. It's fine. No, I didn't hear any screams. Nobody's panicking. No one's come to the door yet.
That's because you've locked
I heard more
a series
noises.
of doors to prevent them from getting to you.
That's what you do. Because this is the house of the devil.
House of the devil!
You know, for the House of the Devil, we really didn't have a lot of metal music in this movie.
It's true, but we did have some good music.
There's
In
good
fact,
music in this, yes.
The music is the point of the movie, I think.
You think so?
This is one long
yeah.
music video.
It kind of. I mean, the sound on this movie is so good, which is good because nothing else is going on.
So, I remember this more fondly than this last viewing, and it's because of this issue where it's a very much a build-up suspense kind of movie, but
it is the definition of a slow burn.
It's a Ty West movie.
But it's an old school Ty West movie. X and Pearl move.
X and Pearl have character interaction. This one is a castaway in the House of the Devil with a dance montage.
And I still love it.
Yeah.
This leads directly into The Innkeepers, which is also a slow burn. He made it right after this.
Oh, I'm like, wait, is it the same place?
No, well, actually, it's funny you should say that. The hotel, I think it was this movie. The hotel they stayed at while filming The House of the Devil is the hotel from The Innkeepers, and they got inspired to do The Innkeepers while making The House of the Devil.
That is interesting. Innkeepers is a more interesting movie. Let's talk about Innkeepers instead.
In due time, sweetie.
Somebody do a synopsis.
Do a synopsis before I just sit here and talk about how I love this movie, yet I can't explain why I love this movie, but I love this movie.
This movie is a tale as old as time. Girl has
tale as old
problem
as time.
Roommate, wants to get out of the dorm. Girl finds good house.
Lives with a sludge queen.
She does live with a sludge queen.
Daniel, we found her. The only problem is she's back in time, so she's like, God, she's 60 now or something.
Care.
That's fine.
He likes a good lot lizard dinosaur.
Sludge queens go into cocoons. Sludge queens come out of cocoons. Newer, fresher,
They're still
slimier.
sludge queens. Yeah, that's new slime. Go on.
Slime regenerates us all. All hail the slime with Sludge Queen. Wouldn't this movie have been better if the mother in the house at the end turned out to be just this giant slug caterpillar creature? That would have been
That
cool.
would have been dope. That would have been dope.
Yeah.
But also been dope if we got the rest of the synopsis.
Okay, so she doesn't have a lot of money, but
Same.
why am I blanking on the name now? It's the mother from Cujo. Help me.
Dee Wallace.
Dee Wallace.
How many Dee Wallace movies have we watched?
Oh, not nearly enough.
Not enough, because we still haven't done The Howling. Or Critters.
Oh, fuck.
I think
Or
we're at like
E.T..
3. I think she's
Or-
been in 3.
I mean, I try to bring her up every time because she's great. So, but she's going to
Dee
cut
Wallace
this girl
is
a
great.
deal. No down deposit. Just get me a check for the rent. I think it's like
Okay, you're doing
300?
a full rundown of the
Yeah.
movie. We want just
Yeah,
a
you
simple...
are.
Okay, fine.
Just a synopsis.
she needs money, so she takes a babysitting job. Babysitting job turns out to be staying at home with some kind of invalid mother up the stairs, but we got two creepy elderly couple who bolt and there's a full moon rising situation.
There's a lunar
eclipse of the heart.
Turn around.
Oh, yeah, wrong one.
And then turns out they're Satan worshiper cult things, and they're gonna Rosemary Baby her against her will.
Yeah, so
that's
the whole thing
rape,
of the movie,
my friends.
Yeah. The whole thing is, it's just it's a throwback, which, Ty West does to the old, 60s and 70s movies, and then taking advantage of the old, satanic panic stuff. So and there's cults everywhere. Your neighbor's in a cult. Everyone's a cultist. We're all cultists.
You are. But
none of which ever happened. Not a single case. By the way,
cults.
There are cults. No, of satanic.
Yeah.
These satanic worshippers cults doing things.
Yeah, no, that's the issue. Where there are satanic cults actually killing people.
Yeah, never happened.
Well, Mexico?
That ain't here.
Okay.
First off, that's not a cult. Okay.
No, I understand it's a country. But no, you know what I'm saying. There was that one case of a U.S. tourist guy who went across the border, got drunk, and then he got picked up by, oh God, was it a cult or was it a gang? What's the difference?
Probably just a gang.
I'm trying to remember. What do they call the crime syndicate in Mexico? It's
it wasn't the
cartel
of the sea.
No,
cartel.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it's a cartel thing.
No, it wasn't the cartel.
Cartel.
It was something else, and this crazy dude cut him up for a ritual purpose.
I think that was just an excuse. They just be cutting people up all the time down there. If it's what the media tells me, they're coming across our borders and they're cutting up our children.
They're cutting up our jobs.
They're cutting up our jobs and our children.
And they're flushing babies down the toilet.
And in this movie, they are ruining our pizzas. Just ruining them.
There's a lot of pizza crimes in this movie.
Okay.
We'll get on to that.
Every pizza in this movie looks delicious.
Until it doesn't.
No, it's always looks delicious.
No, the one she gets at the house, but there's a reason that one looks the way it does. We'll get on to that.
The pizza that Barbie is eating looks delicious.
But she said it's not good that day.
I don't know. It might be a problem with her.
Yeah, that's true. Barbie hates pizza. And everybody hates cults. Instead of that show, Everybody Hates Chris, where it follows a young Chris Rock, it's Everybody Hates Cults, and we'd have a cult that's just trying to do their cult stuff, and just everybody hates them.
So, she gets offered a crazy amount of money for a crazy simple job, which is crazy suspicious.
She barters for, she demands
No. Even $100 in 1983, that's like $400. That's like $400 now.
It's pretty good.
For 4 hours of work.
That's ridiculous. But so she acknowledges this is suspicious and crazy. Do you go for it?
For $400?
Well, it's more than $400 because she barters it way up.
Yeah, she barters it up to $400, but for inflation, it's more than that.
Yeah, it's like $1,200.
Would you do it for $400 now?
Yeah, I would do it for $400 now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd do it for $100. 4 hours? And I just got to sit in your house? Because I would do things right.
Okay.
I'm eating that pizza, and I'm sitting on your couch.
Well, that's eating the pizza is you falling asleep because the pizza's drugged.
Well, I was going to fall asleep anyway, so problem solved. Probably get the best fucking night of my life. Okay, look, we can't skip over stuff because we don't got a lot of little details.
I don't think
we need to go.
This movie is all about vibes and
it
atmosphere.
Is all vibes.
Yes.
So Ryan described it a little bit. We got a desperate college girl. She has a messy roommate who she literally, when she's
I don't think
getting
there's
shown the new
anything
place,
wrong with this roommate.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
No, she wipes her nose off on her hand and then uses it as gel on her hair. That's not
don't
okay.
think there's anything wrong with this roommate.
It's the middle of the morning. She comes back from viewing her potential new apartment. And there's a fucking tube sock on the door, so you know what that means. She's fucking, she's getting it on. And we hear the pounding going on in there. They're pounding. We hear all the moaning.
You hear the pig noises because she's a slam pig.
Oh God, it's not mourning, it's moaning. So she has to go sit outside and wait for the slamming to get done. And that's like, okay, I get it. You don't want to be there anymore. But here's the thing. She already made a mistake. I already know that she's just not the brightest of people. First off, she walks up all those stairs to get to her room. There is an elevator that opens 3 doors down from her room. She ain't worried about her calories back then. There ain't no signs up saying you could burn on average.
Well, I think she's
15
killing time.
Well, she needs to kill cultists, honestly.
And it'd probably
Anyway.
be difficult to get a shot of her in the elevator.
Yeah, maybe that too. It's probably all reflected. Plus, the elevator probably looks modern as shit. So look, right off the bat, though, this movie, we get that landlady, Dee Wallace, being too helpful. I'm suspicious. Too damn helpful. You want to do this for me? Okay, I'm suspicious of you. I don't trust you.
No, people were nice in the 80s.
Yeah, maybe they were. Then we get some walking, and then we get the title card, which is a good title card as opposed to the last movie we watched where I didn't like it. And then this music fucking slaps.
Yeah.
It fucking slaps. And then the music's slapping the whole time, and we're getting the early, credits stuff, which I love. Tell me who's in your movie at the beginning of the movie. Don't make me wait to find out, oh shit, that was Tom Cruise?
I normally disagree with this. I was fine with it because of the music.
Right, and I mean, it harkens back to a simpler times. When the music was banging, the directors were good. Do you ever get any Carpenter vibes from this?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Look.
It's Laurie Strode walking around the town.
She is.
With some slapping beats. But with that one, with Carpenter, I get the music always gives me a sense of impending dread. That it's that the monster is pursuing. It's just not there yet. It's getting to you. This music was fun to listen to, but it wasn't always like that. It's more about the effective use of music, getting their effect. Ty West has a thing, he loves these timepieces, and the music he puts in it is part of what
do we know about
builds
Ty
your
West?
atmosphere and takes you into it. Oh, he loves
the 80s.
Loves the 80s.
Has a fascination with porn.
Apparently doesn't like being referred to as a horror director, according to Joe Bob.
You should probably make different movies then.
Spoiler, when I rewatched this, I did watch the last drive-in from season 1 episode where they covered this, so I got some Joe Bob input.
What did he say?
He's like, yeah, Ty West. He's like, Ty West doesn't like being called a horror guy. He's like, oh, he's one of those guys. He's not a big fan of Greta Gerwig's films at that time. Refers to them as mumblecore.
Like the film she was in with Joe Swanberg?
Or I think it's the one she was directing.
Because she didn't do her first directing till a while later.
No, she did Lady Bird. Well, I mean, the episode was after. The episode didn't come out when the movie came out.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah. So the only thing he didn't really know about was upcoming Barbie, which we can just you've already been hinting at it. Go ahead and
Wait, did you say Greta Thunberg?
No. Greta Gerwig.
Oh.
So Ryan,
I was like the climate activist.
That's right. That's right.
Since you don't know, Ryan, Greta Gerwig, who plays the friend Megan, is the director of the box office shattering Barbie movie.
And the writer.
Amongst some other things. I think she did Lady Bird.
Yep, writer-director of Lady Bird as well.
So it's a pretty big deal.
Not at the time.
Not at the time, though. So she's locked out of her bedroom by the Sludge Queen because Sludge Queen's getting her sludge on. And then we get more walking. And it's a lot of walking. And at this point, we've already established this is a Lord of the Rings movie.
You gotta walk a long way to get that one paycheck to rule them all.
Right? So as she's walking around campus, she finds the flyer for babysitter needed. Now here's the thing. Picture Tom Noonan.
Okay.
Picture Tom Noonan.
Is he really that
in
Tom?
this movie? Yeah, he's big boy.
I'm picturing him from Manhunter.
I picture him from probably he's the bad guy in Last Action Hero, right?
Yes.
Or one of them.
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe our uncle.
He has graveyard hair.
He does not have graveyard hair.
He has graveyard hair.
Old man in the 80s. Now look at that flyer. He uses a $sign in place of the S. Do you think that's something Mr. Ullman
No, I think
would
his
have
son
done?
did it.
You think?
Good call,
it had
Daniel.
to be one of the younger. But even then, were people using $signs in place of S's? Was that a thing?
I don't know.
I'm picturing.
What year was Kesha born?
Oh, every year. Reborn again.
Because she probably
every year.
It was probably invented for her, right?
Oh yeah, she pioneered it. She actually invented the $sign. Before that, nothing. Everything was sense. Everything made sense back then. I'm just saying, I was having a fun time picturing Tom Noonan like over a thing, like handwriting, like, oh, I'm gonna put a dollar sign in instead of an S.
I saw on the TikTok that the kids do a dollar sign for S.
And we really got to get more kids in this cult. We're getting fucking old.
It's true.
Did you know that in Monster Squad, Tom Noonan played Frankenstein's monster?
Yes.
G.I. Joe.
Okay. She gets the flyer.
Carry on.
Then she manages to go back and see her messy ass room with her roommate, and she's all like, "Where's your friend?" She calls the flyer
from a payphone.
She called that before going back to the room. Oh yeah. Get some deets.
Well,
and the phone.
He doesn't answer. She leaves a message, but then
the payphone
rings. Now, how'd that happen?
She says, "How'd you get this number?" But didn't like star 69 exist back then, or
did it? I don't know. I wasn't alive. Ryan, you were alive. You're ancient.
You are ancient. I think the implication is that's their feeding ground for people, so he knows the number.
Okay.
No, there should be no way he could do this.
Well, unless that is their feeding ground and he knows the number.
What? There's only one. Oh, so you're saying, well, how do you get the number? There's no caller ID.
No. That's their feeding. They know the payphone. They hung the flyers up there. The payphone has the number on it, so he knows if he got a caller from one of the flyers, it's that payphone. They don't got cell phones, Ryan.
That's assuming that on this campus there is one payphone.
To rule them all, which ties back to this movie being Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I'm back in.
There would probably be more, considering there are no cell phones and shit like that. But, I mean, it's just movie logic. He took a gamble.
There's also dorm room phones. 5 or 6. Look, it doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter?
She's not going to find that phone in that room.
Because when she asked him, how did you know it was... She's like, I don't have a lot of time. Which is kind of like going, hand waving it away.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm like, okay, don't worry about that. It's a movie.
It's like, I think I got someone else for the job, though, so, I don't know.
Well, no, he tells her that to meet him in front of some building.
The student affairs office, I think, but he doesn't show.
He doesn't show up.
Okay, so I'm assuming, I don't know why, because I thought the purpose of her showing up there was for one of them to check her out, to see if she would be like the good candidate for this.
Yeah.
And she is, so why
she's a great candidate.
Yeah, but why didn't one of them... What happened?
Maybe they just marked her at that point to make sure they see that she's isolated enough, not a whole lot of real connections, so that no boyfriend.
Maybe check to see if she's waiting alone.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 2 hours go by.
It could be, though, what they said, they already had someone on the hook, so he was just putting someone else on the hook.
And you want to have more than one fish on the hook in case you lose one.
Yeah, you want multiple hooks. So, yeah.
So then she goes to the pizza place and complains about it.
Well, before that, though, she does go back to the room and interacts with the sludge queen.
Has a good interaction with the sludge queen, a positive interaction that we all aspire to. Every time I interact with someone, I aspire to be like this.
Yeah, and she asked the sludge queen, like, oh, where's your friend go? You know, the dude that was dicking her down. She's like, oh, I don't know. Who
cares?
Yeah, who cares? Like, and she's just, like, rolling around in her cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
And everything. Like, it's all, like, is she even going to class?
Who cares?
Whose daughter is this?
Sludge queen is gonna sludge queen.
Do you think Sludge Queen's been there for, like, a decade? And,
like, this is a 30-year-old.
She just keeps rolling around in that pile of clothes. It's fine.
I'm saying, I would watch another movie that follows Sludge Queen during, like, the whole timeline of this. Like,
what happened to your roommate? Who cares?
Who cares?
Also, Ryan, when you leaned over, there's that tag hanging off your headphone wire, and for some reason I thought it was a mild packet from Taco Bell. And I was like, why did you get a Taco Bell sauce packet?
I don't think they have Taco Bell over there.
It is in the country, but it's not in my city.
But it's got a Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you pick a corner.
Yeah, Starbucks in it. So now we are in the pizza place. So let's be clear here, folks. We're setting up characters for a while. We're not going to talk about anything exciting.
We're setting up characters not to do anything with them. We set up this genius character, Sludge Queen. What's she all about? She's not going to do anything with her, though.
She's all about sludging, waking up late, rolling around in her socks and clothes, building a nest,
building a nest,
if you will.
Yes!
That's 2 movies in a row we got a full opium den.
This is better than the other one, I gotta tell you.
This is more livable. I'd maybe roll around in this one.
I would roll around with it. And have.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Well, now we get the pizza place and we get Barbie, her friend Megan, and they're smashing some pizza. And that pizza looks fucking good.
It looks so good.
And then she says, "This pizza is nasty today." And I'm like, you bitch. But they're talking about like how much Samantha needs this money because she needs to have the down payment by Monday, and she's got how much money in her bank account?
$84.
Oh, $80? She's like, I don't know how I'm going to get this. So her friend's like, oh, well, I can do some shady stuff and help make sure you get it. And she's like, no, don't do that. I ain't about that life. You know, karma, when you do something bad, it comes back to you tenfold. She doesn't say that, but she's thinking it, and she's right. So then we get the scene I identify with. Daniel had a scene he identified with. Now, I identify here. She's going to go poop, and she turns on all the sinks.
She's not pooping, she's crying.
She's crying.
What are you talking about?
No. I know this is a poop. Because
no, she's crying.
If she had the technology, she would turn on thunder sounds.
No, this is because when Kenny goes poop, he also cries. And so
because it hurts.
It's a 1-to-1.
Okay, first of all, it's a public bathroom.
That's why even the sinks.
Right, even if the sinks are on, you didn't shut the stall. People could just walk in and see you crying.
It's the 80s.
It's the 80s in college. Who gives a fuck?
So they're lucky she's using the toilet to poop and cry.
She's not pooping.
She's pooping.
There's no thunder sounds.
She turned on the water because she got the thunder sounds.
I don't. Okay.
Do you not know about Kenny and his thunder sounds?
No, tell me more. Okay, so what have we established? Kenny needs to cry when he takes the number 2.
Kenny needs to cry when he poops.
Crying,
but the more important thing, more important thing is he plays thunder sounds really loudly.
So
and this isn't a joke. This isn't a bit. It's what he does.
I don't do that as much anymore. But I would get home from work.
So
and
if you come home to a thunderstorm, you know to just let the bathroom. It's got that electricity energy. You gotta let that dissipate. I'm with you.
No, I would come home from work, and before I'd shower, I'd be like, all right, let's go ahead and take care of business because you don't want to have to poop after you shower. And this is before I had a bidet. That's probably what's changed. And I would go poop, and my bathroom's right under Daniel's room in the lake house. And I would tell the Alexa just play some thunderstorm like noises, and I'd blast it at 10 because I'm sitting there. I'm getting in my Zen state. I'm reading stuff on my phone, so I don't want to have to be paying attention to a song or something while I'm also like reading or whatever. So I'm just getting relaxed. And thunderstorms, they're relaxing to me. And so it's so loud that Daniel can clearly hear it. So I started doing it every time I took a dump in that house. So Daniel knows when there's a thunderstorm.
Kenny's going to be busy for half an hour.
I'm going to be busy. And it's sometimes, that's your decompressed time. So it could take some time. It's not all pooping action.
Right. Sometimes you just sit there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get up and then you try to take a shower when your legs are asleep. So thunderstorms mean business. And so they didn't have Alexas back then, They had sinks. Also, Ty's favorite movie is The Shining. I'm just going to slide some stuff in there every now and then just to have something to say. Also, cults fucking love eclipses and shit.
This movie goes, it's...
for magic with a K, you need that shit.
You gotta have that solar total... No.
That's a lunar eclipse.
Lunar. Total
you
lunar.
Ignorant skink.
Right? Look, meteors in front of the sun. No. Rage.
Oh, he's doing slam poetry. Level cut.
Sorry.
I did watch So I Married an Axe Murderer 2 nights ago.
Did that have cults?
No, but I had slam poetry.
It has poetry. He lives in a very nice San Francisco apartment with no job. He's got a nice car with no job. He ain't making a living being a poet in fucking San Francisco. Bothers the shit out of me.
He's a good butcher, though. He just pops in and does that.
But that's not his job. Also, that is a health code violation.
That's a lot of violations. OSHA's going to be pissed. Look, we should do some research on what his source of income was in that movie, unless you've already gone down that rabbit hole. We will do that movie. It's horror enough, I think. Okay, so I found out her friend, she did steal all the flyers.
Which did.
Basically sealed her friend's death and hers.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Spoilers.
Because,
Smoking is what killed her.
Also, not just fucking leaving.
Well, she had to pull over to take a smoke. So she is the she's the doomsayer in this movie.
Yeah, she's the practical friend.
She's calling out this ain't right.
Well, she's saying, no, you got to bolt. We promised, we agreed. If this was weird, we're gonna bounce. And
it's weird.
They get there,
it's weird.
Surprise! It's an old lady sitting.
We got to
bounce. It's not babysitting. It's old lady sitting.
Also, anytime someone says, "Can I speak to you in the other room?" It's never anything good.
It's never anything good. I just shit my pants. I know you heard thunder. I had to turn it on because it was coming. I just shit my pants. I didn't want your friend to know, but I needed you to know.
Samantha, can I talk to you in the other room? Your friend's kind of cute. She single?
Yeah.
Is she into disgustingly hard candy?
Well, she is, because she has the first one. She's like, ew, but she goes back in for more.
Grabs a couple, throws them at her. She chomps it. Who chomps hard candy? You don't do a chomp on hard candy. You suck on that. You savor it. This is a Werther's original. Yeah, we get to the house because Megan's her ride there, and old man, Mr. Ullman, separates him, takes her in the kitchen. It's like, look, Samantha,
she gotta
go. Pay your friend.
Can't pay your friend.
This is the thing.
Can't pay your friend.
I can't afford 2 people, but at the end of the night, how about $400?
I can pay you triple, but I can't pay 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's winging it. And he's doing everything he can not to be intimidating because he's a big old creepy man. So when he drops the bomb that okay, look, we don't have a kid. Well, we do have a kid. He's older now, which we all assume that's the pizza boy.
Kenny, there was a review by Roger Ebert, and Roger Ebert had no idea where that pizza guy or that kid came from. He didn't put it together.
Roger Ebert's an idiot.
Yeah.
And he's made a career of being an idiot.
I don't understand how you don't.
It's the same fucking guy!
He didn't even put on a pizza guy jacket or hat or anything. It's the same.
It never entered his mind that would have been their son that he's talking about in this scene. I'm just saying.
We could have been
my
shitty
system
film critics.
for reviewing movies is so much better.
He probably didn't like this movie either. He doesn't like horror most of the time. So he drops the bomb well, my mother-in-law's up there, and we just need someone to be here. And it's not she's not an invalid. Even at one point he says she moves around better than I do, which I'm just at that point I'd be thinking, then why does she need someone
just in case something happens?
Yeah, but what if something happens to you and is she gonna take anyway, she's like, oh, I don't know, I'm not trained, I've never done that before, I got no experience doing that. And in my head first I'm like, do you have experience watching kids either? But
no,
whatever.
She hates kids,
but she gets up. Now he immediately stands up, and then he's big, and she immediately she cowers back. And he's like, "Oh shit, I'm losing." So he starts to do a half sit down. He's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, I've got more money. I've got another $100, so $200. Okay, another $100, $300." And then she's thinking, gotta get that deposit money. So that's the device that gets her to make the bad decision. That's why she does it. That's the motivation. And Daniel and I already agreed we would have done that for a lot less.
I would have sucked his dick, too.
It works.
I'm Daniel's thinking $200. I bet I could get some nice lotion for Sludge Queen for that kind of money. I could get
lotion makes the pushing go easier.
Makes the sludging sludge. If she had gotten out of this situation, if she had just left, I think she goes on and she invents Life Alert.
What if, instead of bringing Megan with her, she brings Sludge Queen?
Oh god, Sludge Queen sleeps with Mr. Ullman immediately. And also, they leave the room to go talk, and then they come back in the living room, full opium den. 5 minutes. F-shit everywhere. She's laying on the couch.
The couch cushions have been brought off. It's been created a little fort tunnel out of blankets that have appeared from nowhere.
I made a pillow for it.
She's got her arm in a crevice.
I'm in the crevice. I can't
I'm in the crevice.
She emerges from the couch. It's great.
And then, of course, Samantha tells Megan the deal, and Megan's like, I ain't having it. Nope, we're leaving. We said, if anything's weird, we're going. And the whole time she's chasing her outside, all I'm thinking is, Megan, your jacket! Which is a Key and Peele reference, Ryan. Probably don't know. but
it's not cultured.
Then she straight up Samantha tells Megan, like, it's so awesome, it's too good to be true, and it's like,
yeah,
and Megan's like, don't you think
it's not actually. She does get the money.
She gets half up front.
You don't think they like slip the rest of it into her little coma pocket?
Her prison wallet?
Well, no.
no, not that. No.
Just her pocket while she was in her coma at the end. Or do you think that gets deducted because she killed Mom? You think there was like you murdered some family members clause?
It's $100 per family member.
Okay. Don't do a murder. Look, she's going to be late. She's going to be late. Mrs. Ullman's going to be late. Right? They need to leave? Where are they going? So we've established that she's staying, Megan's leaving.
Why is Megan leaving? She doesn't have to leave.
Yeah, they weren't going to pair, but also she doesn't like the situation. So she's doing the husband, or the fiancé, and Smile. He's like, nah. You're doing a dumb thing. I told you it's a dumb thing. I'm out. I'll pick you up later.
It's going to be a nah from me, dog.
So, the woman who plays Mrs. Pullman, I'm like, I immediately know you from only one movie, and it's Warlock. And you are the woman who is doing the seance trance thing with a crystal, and you get taken over by an entity, by Julian Sands.
I mean, that's fair.
That's the only movie I know Samantha from, Kenny, The Last Godfather with Young Goo.
Did we talk about that already?
No, but she's the love interest in that.
She's also in Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, but I don't care about that. But she's in that movie with Young Goo.
Young Goo is good.
Ryan, you'll love Young Goo when we get to that.
She was also in Furious 7.
I don't care about that either.
And Insidious Chapter 2.
Yeah, she's been in things, but more importantly, she was in The Last Godfather with Young Goo.
That's a good movie, though. There's a lot more of those movies, though, that we haven't watched.
There are so many.
And we should watch them. Now, you know how in the last movie, we had that character, that actress, who played Calamity Jane?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
In this movie, the lady Ryan is talking about, Mary Woronov, also played Calamity Jane.
Just not in Deadwood?
Not Deadwood, no. It was in Death Race 2000. But she's also in Night of the Comet, Rock and Roll High School.
Oh, yeah. It's a
Devil's Rejects.
She
got a face.
The face. It's the
face.
Bone structure of the face.
Who played the Sludge Queen?
You want me to look at the Sludge Queen?
Look up the Sludge Queen.
Oh, they don't have her named as Sludge Queen. Oh,
I feel like
called Roommate.
It's going to be uncredited.
Oh,
Jim Henson puppet.
What have I seen her sludging around in?
Stakeland.
She was in Stakeland?
She was a screwdriver vamp, apparently.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. She was the sheriff in Until Dawn.
Oh.
She was in The Sacrament, which is, another Ty West movie.
Yeah.
She was in I Sell the Dead. That's a good movie. And she was in the Roosts. It seems like she's creatures sometimes, as she was in this.
That was a
Classic
slow burn
creature.
on me, but I got
it.
She played a Sludge Queen in this one, right?
Yeah, she's a creature.
So everything she does is a little slow.
A little slow. So cigarettes are bad for you. You got her killed. So this is our little bit of excitement we get.
This was the only bit of the movie I remembered.
Early on, which I'll go back to what I was talking about, but I guess since we're talking, Megan leaves, drives off a little ways, or maybe she's just sitting in the car outside and hasn't left.
She drives over to the cemetery that was nearby.
Yeah, it's nearby.
Yeah, she's trying to get a cigarette.
She's trying to get a cigarette lit, and she can't do it. And then there's a rap on her window because creepy cemetery guy is just there and is trying to light her cigarette. And he's like,
gives her a Zippo.
It's like, it's cold outside. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to get in the car. And she's like, nah, man. And then she's
like, where did you even come from? See,
she's like looking around.
She's on it, but not on it enough to not get shot in the face.
Not on it enough to not remember, just run him over.
Yeah, I think she's stressed from the whole situation leaving her friend that she's not thinking completely 100% there. Because she is the only smart person in this movie up until this point.
Yeah.
And they're having their little conversation. And I fucking love this moment so much. They're talking back and forth. And then he says, are you not the babysitter? He's starting to realize she's not the babysitter. So one, in that moment, we know we have a quick moment to try to figure this out. We know he knows that house and they need a babysitter.
Uh-huh.
But she barely even gets past the inn of no. As soon as he's seeing in her face that she's about to say she's not the babysitter, boom, blows her fucking head off.
Shoots
no
her
hesitation.
in the face.
Just, it's so quick. It's like, oh shit, these people, like, they're not wasting time. They're not fucking around.
Well,
like,
they've only got a limited amount of time.
Right, and so right here, if I hadn't seen this movie, you know, okay, there's obviously something bigger going on here. Why does it matter that she's not the babysitter? But also, these people are fucking weird because he reaches down and he takes the cigarette back from her. Now, I know you college kids love pizza.
Like, a lot.
So...
He sure mentioned the pizza a lot.
Yeah,
so
they're banking
you
on
need to
a
eat
lot
some
of
pizza.
stereotypes. Yeah.
Numbers
like,
on the
there's an
fridge,
extra
pizza.
20.
Maybe there's money for
This
the
is
guys.
the number.
He's
is
trying
the
to do
only
it.
pizza.
No. Your eyes, you gotta more. Give me more with the eyes when you do it. So it starts out with nothing, but don't change how you pronounce pizza. Okay, now go.
Pizza. Pizza.
Pizza.
Is it working?
What was the...
No.
Look,
Hold on. You boys like to eat some pizza?
I know you college kids love pizza. Where do you think Mr. and Mrs. Ullman were at for the majority of this movie? Because obviously they weren't going
I think
out. They're like, are they
So
sitting in
they're-
a shack behind the house just giggling
I think so.
and like kicking their little feet around? Like,
I mean, or I think they're probably just a mile down the road somewhere. Probably on the radio,
Parked on the cemetery.
listening
At the
to
cemetery.
the lunar eclipse coverage, and they're like, okay, it's midnight time. Back to the house. Grandma's probably got things all gooey.
under wraps. Look, she's spry. They had a telescope in their living room, so maybe they're out there with another telescope, just looking at the stars, reminiscing about the good old days.
Ooh,
and
you
how they're
think
going to
when
be
they were
even
looking up
better
at the moon
days?
that it was the same moon that we would be looking up at?
Oh, 100%. I'm always looking at a good cultist moon. It's killing time.
Oh, very good.
Yes, I am. Very good. And I like those creepy ass stairs. Let's talk about the house.
How
do you guys
many
feel about the
sets
house?
of staircases are there in this house? This is not
The
a house.
house keeps going up.
This is the mansion from Clue.
It's a McMansion.
I'm glad you like these stairs because we
Creepy.
sure do see a lot of them.
Well, we got one house.
We've got one house. We've got one person.
One house, 30 rooms.
And we're going to watch her go to each room, almost each room, turn the light on, look around, turn the light off, shut the door.
Yeah.
Next room, turn the light, open the door. Turn the light on, look around. Turn the light off, shut the door. Go to the basement, kind of turn the light on, doesn't really work. Go, nah.
I like to think you wrote all this down.
I'm with Kenny on this one. I ain't going down to the creepy dark basement. Shut the door.
This sounds incredibly boring, but it wasn't for me.
It fucking works, but it's hard to. It's a you have to be there thing. It's
So we know something is going to. Well, we are hoping. We've seen the movie before, so we know something's going to happen.
We've seen a movie before, right? Yeah.
we know how movies go.
We're like, something is gonna happen. It's just a question of when. Which door does she open where the spookum is gonna come, right? That's
and the thing
what we're
is,
waiting for.
The way she's going through this house, it shouldn't have taken long. Why the fuck are you going through this house like this? Sit the fuck down.
Well,
Do
she
some homework.
should have gone through the house. She should have been a little more thorough because she didn't go in the one room with the dead family and the
I love
the
that
dead
the camera
kid
pulls
and the
over and
satanic
shows us.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah. The camera's like, no, I'll show you.
She
Yeah,
ain't,
you want
she ain't
to
gonna
see
it,
something?
but you want to see something?
Yeah, you want to see something?
You want to see something cool?
You want to see a dead body?
What if it had just been Sludge Queen again? She's in the house.
And there's a
She's just
tunnel.
sludging it up.
There's like a hole in the floor.
And this little baby sludge queen, sludge princess.
That's right, because she got pregnant, and Sludge Queen's the gestation period for a pregnant Sludge Queen is very fast, not unlike
45
a rat.
minutes.
Yeah, so squirt that out real quick.
Okay, before the Ullmans leave, we Mrs. Ullman comes down. When we first meet her, she goes, "Are you the babysitter? Like, why the hell else would she be there? You live out in the middle of fucking nowhere."
The guy said he was going to go talk to the wife upstairs, but
And
then the
then-
wife comes from downstairs.
She comes from the
Yeah.
basement.
And the wife says, oh, I was down there getting my furs. But then later, she finds the fur room and it's upstairs. So these are your...
Mm-hmm.
But she
your
also finds the pictures.
Right, the pictures of another family.
What I wished had been in this movie was some more visual clues that Samantha doesn't pick on.
House?
Yeah, that Samantha, because she's dancing around, like during that scene, that she doesn't see.
Like maybe they left
the
pictures of the family up.
Or
it would have been
like
better
if
it was a black family.
Black family, yeah.
We would have noticed a lot quicker if it was a bunch of family photos of a black family. Like, boy, it would be funny, though, if she picked it up and like, well, that's weird. And then just
keeps on dancing.
Oh, God. Miss Roman comes back and she's like, oh, I didn't think you were going to get the babysitter in time. And he's like, never doubt your husband, ladies. That's what I'm saying. Like, he got the job done.
He does, and he wants her to it. And she's like, you were right. I was wrong. You did it. You got it.
Yeah.
You the man.
Yeah. You did it. You're the man. Samantha is trying to call Megan. Megan gets her with a classic fake out voicemail. Hello?
Hello?
It's not actually me.
Psych, bro. I'm not there. My head's been blown off.
Yeah, got you. Which Kim walked in the room during that part of the fake answer. And she's like, oh, really? Someone's doing one of those? I was like, hun, this was the 80s, okay? This might have been the first person to do that. You don't know.
She was the first one.
Yeah, she was the first one. She's, got a big future. But then she calls the pizza place. And what did the pizza guy answer the phone? What'd he say?
Sut, dude? I don't remember.
I think he said, pizza, what you eating? And I immediately thought, pizza, me so hungry.
Don't say, you gotta edit that out.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to give up your password.
Wait, what?
That's my password for everything.
Is me so hungry?
Pizza, me so hungry.
Me so hungry.
Pizza, me so hungry. That is amazing.
No, look, here's the thing. Unrealistic, okay? She's dicking around with the pizza dude, and it's like, oh, okay, can I get a small pizza? Well, we don't got pizza small. We got medium and we got large. Well, first off, if you only got two choices, then you got small or you got large, okay? You don't got medium if you just not three choices. Let's just get that out of the way right now. But also, why were you even trying to order a small? You got $20. Get the large. You can take it with you. Get the large. But also, it doesn't matter because you're not calling a pizza place. You call the guy who already has a pizza.
And he's really pushing those anchovies. Don't you want some anchovies? Don't you want them?
Yeah, it's like I'm going to buy 2 pizzas, okay, because I know she's going to ask for anchovies.
And her dad's like, I know college kids. She's going to go with a pepperoni. And Sonny Boy's like, you don't know.
Anchovies, Dad.
You don't know the girls like I do now, Dad. They're into fish. They're into fish onto their pizza, Dad.
God damn it, they didn't order anchovies. Motherfucker, they never order anchovies. I fucking told you, Junior. You never fucking listen.
Am I ever
Mother
wrong?
needs to listen to me.
Am I ever right?
All over you shot Megan in the face, and you got blood all over your nice, awesome shirt. That's why he wasn't wearing the pizza delivery outfit later, because he actually had it on under his jacket, and it was
got all over his awesome shirt.
So, oh god, pizza, what you eating? I wish they still answered phones like that. But when she does get the pizza later, by the way, she doesn't like it. She throws it away. When you look at, they show an actual close-up shot.
She takes the bite
looks good.
and swallows it.
Yeah, but when you get a close-up shot of the pizza, that pizza's cold.
Well, it would have to be cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's been sitting out for a while. Like, that cheese is full hard. Like, this isn't like, okay, it took a while to get delivered here, but it was in a warming bag. So it's still a little melty. No, that pizza was old.
Well, yeah.
And that's why it's like, yeah, you didn't call a pizza place. You called a dude who already had a pizza.
You didn't call early enough. We needed you to call 2 hours ago when I just got the pizza.
Right.
But then
now I've had to pick off all the anchovies, and that took another 30 minutes.
That's why she spit it out. It tasted like fucking fish.
Like,
oh shit! Maybe that is why she spit it out, because anchovies are a lot like pineapple on pizza. Where I'm okay.
Maybe she just tasted the drugs that were on it.
No.
Kids love drugs. I know college girls. They are used to getting drugged.
No, but she's one of the good ones. Otherwise, young Goo wouldn't be interested in her.
You know how many pills Sludge Queen has to take before she goes out? It's a lot.
Sludge Queen doesn't go out. The party comes to Sludge Queen.
Sludge Queen is the party. But, okay, she's walking around the house, so she starts banging on the piano. Like, first off, that's a lame-looking piano. Secondly, don't wake Granny. You've got one job. Leave Granny alone. You're making noise, dance around. You break into the pool table room. That's a sick pool table. But, like, leave people's shit alone. She puts on somebody's glasses, and she's like, oh, I'm Harry Potter.
I strongly disagree with your assessment. This was 100% me at Ben's house.
Well, that's your brother, though. This isn't some strange old couple's house with some... And the old lady wasn't left in the house with you. Would you be gallivanting around if the Crypt Keeper
if there was
there?
another person there, no. I would have sat down on that couch and I wouldn't have moved.
You would have sat down in a bedroom and you wouldn't open the door.
Yeah. Kind of like what I'm doing now.
Exactly. And then she goes over and she harasses the fish. She's banging on the... Like, hey,
I didn't like that. Why do you do that?
Yeah. And we're blasting. One thing leads to another.
That was a satanic fish. That fish was the ringleader of the whole thing.
Probably. And she is also a real pool shark, so that's another fish. There's a shark in this movie, Ryan. It's her. Pool shark.
What do you mean she's a pool shark?
Because she actually starts playing pool and she's good at it.
You don't see her sinking any shots.
Yeah, but she's hitting the balls and that's all it takes, right? All I'm saying is take a goddamn nap. You're going to pay me $400 to be in this house for 4 hours. I'm going to eat that pizza. I'm going to put on a movie. I'm going to have a little sleep.
And instead, you're going to wake up pregnant with the devil.
That's okay. At least I don't owe them $400 for breaking their nice, awesome vase. Because I was fucking around.
Here's the thing. It's not their vase.
Well, she didn't know that. Great. The ghosts of the people that were murdered, they're like, oh, I got murdered, and she broke my nice, awesome vase.
And even worse, she broke our favorite vase that our ashes were going to be put into?
Yeah. And then remind me, what gives her the idea to go take a knife upstairs?
Okay, so after she breaks the vase, she goes into the closet where she finds the furs and she finds the photos, and in the photos is a picture of the actual family next to
in front of the car.
And the car that the Pullmans drove out of. So then she goes outside and is going, huh? There used to be a car here. There's no car, but there's a car in the picture.
They drove away.
The picture, but now the car is not here. She's not be able to wrap her mind around it.
You watched them drive away.
No, but the car is here in this picture. But when I go outside, it's not there anymore. Now there's a van.
Well, photographs were new back then, you know?
Yeah. It's like, this should work now.
Well, it's like a missed puzzle.
Does that spook her, or is it...
I mean, it had her...
There's also like a tapping on a outside, and then there's like a drip of a water faucet or some shit.
She hears someone...
And it makes her have to poop.
It sounds like someone took a...
She hears thunder noises from upstairs.
In the stairs. Oh my gosh.
So, but the shot of her going up the stairs and the shadow of her holding the knife cast against the wall. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, Ty West can work a camera real good.
Yeah, he can fucking work a camera real good. And that's when she goes upstairs, and we get to the door that she doesn't go into, and the camera pans over, and we find out Grandma's like a freaky freak.
Ooh, right, because she's tried to go up into the attic. Oh, I guess this is before we get to the attic door. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the room with the dead bodies and the...
Yeah, so we figure out family's been slaughtered.
The Full Metal Alchemist stuff going on, yeah.
Yeah, and she's a couple times opened the door that goes up into the attic, which my immediately thought was, wait, invalid grandma, but who's spry? We've stuck her at the highest floor of the house. Old people don't do that. They like to stay at the ground level because you don't walk anywhere. Though. But, I mean, okay.
Well, I think she was about to discover something, and that's when the doorbell rings.
Yeah.
That's when the pizza shows up. And she's freaking out. And she runs out back down there, and she shoves the 20 at him. To keep the change, grabs the pizza, and this is the part where I'm like, okay, she deserves to die.
She flips the box.
She shuts the door. Yeah, she shuts the door, she sits down, and she holds the box fucking, like, vertical. That pizza is fucked.
Yep.
I mean, it's high pizza
Were you
crime.
worried about it too, Dale?
I'm not saying that she deserved to die because of that.
Oh, it's 2023. Be brave, buddy.
You know what? She deserved to have the devil put inside of her against her will because of that. You're right.
I know. Now, yeah, because look, fake-ass pizza dude worked hard for that, okay? She just didn't even care.
Now, do you think he made a profit? How much do you think he spent on the pizza to flip it?
I think he had it delivered and just killed the driver.
Oh.
But then it was like, oh, the driver's too small. I can't wear this uniform. Whatever. So that's a pure $20 profit. But since it came from his dad, no, that's still profit. He ain't giving that back to dad.
He's not giving that back to something. Yeah.
Like, there was no change.
There was no change. They upped
I gave you a 50. They were out of change.
They're out of change.
So, At this point, though, it's 11 o'clock here for me as I'm watching this. And she whips out the pizza, and I'm staring at it, and I'm not even hungry. I would probably eat like 4 slices of that right there, then and there. Pizza is a perfect food.
Challenge, man.
Ryan, have you found good pizza in China yet?
Oh, yeah, of course. Thin crust, wood fire stove, oven. Oh, yeah.
Wood fire stove, you say?
And they started using tomato sauce. They didn't just give you ketchup packets anymore.
Oh.
You found the real pizza places.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, that's good.
You never invite us to China.
No.
Is it because if I got left alone in your apartment, I'd be doing a lot of creeping around?
It wouldn't take you long. You could probably do it in about 30 seconds.
It's because China is here.
Oh, shit. Well, I'd be going through the whole apartment building, though.
Oh,
Any door that's open, I'm getting in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying knobs. I'm going to meet your neighbors.
It's a lot of...
And if they question me, I'm going to say, sorry, some of our geckos got out, and I'm trying to find them. Yep. It's fine. Look, she finds the shower after Shandar just got out of it. Because that's what it was like sharing a bathroom with Sean. With his long black hair down to his asshole. And he fucking clog up the goddamn shower. It's like The Grudge every other day. Finds a shower full of hair clumps. Goddamn, I had PTSD apparently from that. Because I'm like, oh, no, not again. It gets wrapped up in your toes. In your toes. And then my next couple notes are pizza is to blame here. You got a bad face. And now we got blood.
Yeah, Grandma got bad face.
Oh, yeah. Grandma got real bad face. Because we passed out. Pizza was to blame.
It might have been the shock of seeing bad face Grandma.
Well, it's all like sunken eyes, like weird. Is it even human? Was that even human?
I don't know.
Or is that the last success story? Like, we did it once before, we can do it again. Look how great this thing turned out.
Look how great this one turned out. Hey.
We're rolling.
And now we got blood, and we got goat skull.
Why? Okay, but why did we bring Megan upstairs?
I don't know why they brought Megan in the house.
It's just more blood, because she did see Megan.
Unless they were using her blood in the ritual.
Yeah, I think it's just more blood. Okay. Or maybe
they drew the circle with their blood.
Okay.
There was already a circle with the family, though, unless it was a new circle.
This is different. This is in the basement, isn't it?
But it could also just be them being extra cautious. Like, yeah, they seem to be out in the middle of nowhere, but maybe still don't just leave a body in a car sitting out there.
Yeah, but you don't have to bring it inside.
Well, I'm not going to leave it outside. Animals might
it's a cold night.
That's true. Stay out there. You're not getting in my car. Classic goat skull. Classic, like, putting blood and stuff on me. Like, that's gross.
The music
like,
and the lighting.
So once Grandma comes out of the upstairs attic is where the movie wakes up.
Yep, this is where the movie starts.
And it's where the movie has 10 minutes left.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a hell of a slow burn.
Oh, God, what's another good slow burn? Prom Night?
Any other Ty West movie.
Well, okay, like I said, once we get to X and Pearl, he's picked up the pace there. But yeah, Innkeepers is super slow burn. Sacrament, yeah. But yeah, this is... If you look up slow burn movie in the dictionary, it should be this movie. But
it has a picture of him.
So we get how does she break free?
She's struggling and struggling. Apparently, they're not good knotsmen.
They weren't Boy Scouts. They're cultists.
Yeah,
I think the blood probably helped loosen things up, slide right out. And she gets some hits in. Okay, she gets a fucking eye gouge.
What does she do to Granny? She like slaps her or scratches her?
She gets a claw attack across her face.
Ooh, claw attack,
which
1d6.
was like plus, yeah. We get an eye gouge.
We get eye gouge on Junior.
And then did she get a stabs Junior?
Daddy.
Stabs Daddy.
No, because Junior. So what happens? She eye gouges him, gets up the stairs, and then Junior pulls out a gun, shoots her in the shoulder.
Which she should have sliced the bullet with the knife.
Right.
Yeah.
My daddy could slice a bullet.
Oh, that's what. Yeah. So then he does the stupid thing where he comes and walks right up close to her to shoot her again. Which you have a gun. That's a ranged weapon. She turns around and cuts his fucking throat.
Yeah.
Now,
as she's laying on the ground.
What was his intent there? Because
you can't kill her.
You can't kill her.
You can't kill her.
And if you're shooting her, she's going to bleed out. Before you get Rosemary's Baby. So
right. Look at its eyes.
It's got his father's eyes.
Yeah, you gotta, I don't know, you gotta incapacitate her though, I guess, because obviously the long game here is you have to hold on to her the entire time, because she would probably, it's the 80s, abortions exist.
So, Kenny, you bring that up. Rosemary's baby. Rosemary wants a baby and gets one through demonic impregnation, right?
She doesn't know that.
Well, by the end of the movie, she does, and she still is kind of accepting of, okay, this is my baby now. All right.
So
this movie, she doesn't like kids. She gets impregnated, and when they tell her, "Oh, there's nothing you can do about it. You now have the devil spawn in you." Her reaction is, "Oh no, I do have a choice," and she blows her brains out.
Which is the right play for humanity.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
How's she not dead?
I don't know what any of that means, but there you go.
Why come she's not dead?
So when she had the gun, she pointed it at the moon briefly.
I thought she was going to fucking shoot the moon. Yeah.
Fuck you, moon. Shoot the moon.
And if it had exploded, oh.
I got some other notes here. Talk to me, Lord. I don't remember what that was about. Wigs off. So
the mom is like praying up to the moon.
Yeah, I think someone's wig got snatched.
Oh, yeah, snatched mom's wig.
Old Lady Pullman's got a black wig. It was her hair in the drain.
And then I got a note that says, "Suck one, Vivian."
Suck one,
I don't know who Vivian is.
I think Vivian is the mom.
Mrs. Ullman? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what she's sucking.
Well, I think it was like, ha, suck one. And then I think we killed
because she stabbed her in the back.
Oh, yeah, right in the spine. Yeah, and then I said, get the rest of your money, though. Right. And then I said, you guys probably shouldn't have left any knives in the house.
True.
And yeah, I think there was the lady's like, just speak to me. Like, just talk to me, devil man. And then, yeah, that's what Ryan said, like, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. And then she's like, oh, yeah, shoots herself in the head. And I'm laughing like, sorry, cultist, you lose. And then it turns out everyone's really sad because the whole thing was a prank.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Practical jokester time again.
Yeah,
that's right. The old man took off his mask, and it was the Sludge Queen underneath.
The whole time, she's like, I had $400. I wanted to give it to you to go get a new place because I understand I'm a disgusting human being.
I get that no one wants to live with me. I understand.
Megan's dad, has money. My dad has money. We wanted to like make you kind of like
you gotta work for it a little bit. Yeah. So, and, with the lunar eclipse happening, we're like, this would be fun.
Like, everyone's scared of cultists, like, I gotcha, but then you shot yourself in the fucking head.
Yeah, okay, well, you think she's saying, that's what the translation is at the bottom of the screen. As she's talking, it's all... But
of course she understands that, because, they're roommates.
Right.
You got a special bond.
And then, of course, we pop up in the hospital, and she's got bandages all around her head, and I'm just like, I don't think she wanted to survive that, but hey, enjoy the baby, though.
Perhaps the power of the devil baby inside of her is keeping her alive.
I mean, you could survive that, but you're not going to be...
Megan didn't survive that.
That's true, but you got to think, dollars to donuts, I mean, she's probably a vegetable, which means that's the perfect situation, because now she's straight up just an incubator.
Is this not also just Kill Bill?
It is the start of Kill Bill, yeah.
Only she shoot, yeah. A variation on the origin story of
a little bit.
Beatrice Kiddo. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. She survived that.
Let's say if
you have a demonic baby, what do you do?
If she is not in a completely vegetative
This is
state.
why abortion needs to be legalized, so you don't have to shoot yourself in the face. You can shoot your baby in the face.
Yeah, exactly. If she still has any ability to think and act, she will finish the job. She'll kill herself. So the only way I can make that ending stay as like the full horror effect, like, oh, she failed, the cultists win, is she has to be in a vegetative state.
I think she's in a cultist hospital.
Or like a coma, classic cultist hospital.
Yeah.
Sure, they're cultists everywhere. They're your neighbors. They're your friends.
Mm-hmm. The Phantom strikes again.
Ding. Triple. Da-da. Sludge Queen.
So as we discussed, it's like not a lot of action is happening in this movie.
Not one explosion.
There's not one dinosaur. There's not one transformer. There's not one house explosion. There's not a scene of your giant supernatural serial killer taking over the body of someone else through a slug through the mouth. There's none of that.
That's a good point. Yeah.
This is true. But what you get is
no one Luthers down a door.
No doors are harmed in the making of this movie. You get a moody, atmospheric, like, tension. I don't even know if they're really building tension for most of it. You know it's coming.
Just
There's
pure
not really
atmosphere.
a whole lot of tension. It's just,
we're talking,
and to me,
we're talking nitrogen. We're talking oxygen. We're talking all that other bullshit that's in there that I don't know about.
Trace amounts of other shit. This movie is soothing to me. When she's just chilling in this house, I even made a note. I think it's right after she orders the pizza. That's usually where I fall asleep.
That's almost when the movie's picking up.
Like I put this movie on a lot to just pass out to, because I'm like, it's good. Stuff's going on. I like listening to it and like doing other things, and it will knock me out. But that's not a bad, like, I'm not knocking it. That's a good thing. I like the atmosphere. Like, it soothes me. It speaks to me.
Not many people would say falling asleep during a movie is a good thing.
Your horror movie, I'm sorry, not a horror movie, Ty West. Your suspense drama is so soothing to me. I fall asleep.
It's because he nails the atmosphere. I mean, that's like falling asleep to, I don't know, Ridley Scott talking for multiple hours
I'm
over
Ridley Scott, and I directed
sci-fi movie
Alien, which was the third film in my career. Followed Duelists. 5 minutes, you're out.
You're out. Sometimes it's just soothing, and eventually the screams take me into I get to my REM state when the screaming starts.
Right. What a sentence.
Yeah. I'm on a list.
You know who else is on a list? The people who have not subscribed to our podcast, Kenny.
They are on a list. You know what those people want to hear?
Well, no, they're actually not on a list. If they did subscribe, they would be on a list.
Oh, they're on our list.
They would be on a list of subscribers.
Of non-subscribers. What they want to hear is what other movies to recommend after you tell me, did you guys like this movie?
Yep.
Brian has to think.
If I have to think, the answer, I want to say yes, but if I have to think, the answer is, I liked it the first time. Going back to it, I'm like, meh.
What you're trying to say is it's well done, but it's not to your... It's not exciting enough for you.
It's well done, but it's boring until the last 10 minutes.
Fair enough. I can definitely understand that. Ratings?
This is not as fun as Shark Side of the Moon.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, not as fun as Shark Side of the Moon, for sure.
I dare you to try to fall asleep during Shark Side.
I double dare you. Which soundtrack you're going to try to match up to that? You can't fall asleep.
Yeah. Look, I'll give this an 8.
An 8? Wow. Wow.
Kenny, this movie puts you to sleep. And you're giving
but
it an 8.
But that's what he wants.
That's what I want. That's what
it's 8 little sheepies out of 8.
Give the people what they want.
It's not putting me to sleep because it's boring. It's putting me to sleep because it's such a comfort movie to me at this point.
Yes, this movie about a satanic cult impregnating a teenager or a college girl against her will is very comforting.
It takes me to my happy place.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I get like you put on horror movies to go to sleep, right?
No.
No? Ryan?
No, it's all Bob Ross.
Yeah, I put on Spookums.
I give it a 7.
Yeah? Right?
Technically, it's well done.
Yes.
But there's not anything there.
But you didn't do anything.
But you didn't do anything. You have made a period piece, and you have done it well, but there is not enough substance to it. So, 4?
Oof.
IMDb gives it a 6.3.
That is a 0.2 lower than Smile.
Yes, it is. Okay, Ryan, what would you do to this movie to make it more to your... Like, how do you make this movie with more shit going on that doesn't just completely ruin, I guess, what they're trying to do?
Right. I think you gotta have Megan stay with her.
You need more character interactions.
You gotta have character interactions, because just her going through the house, dancing around the house. I mean, I know it's setting me up to be like, I know something's gonna happen, but when's it happening? Why isn't it? Is it gonna happen now? When's it gonna happen?
I think
I
you have
I get the suspense element of it, but that's all it is. It's not enough.
I think you have her and Megan both going through the house separately, and they're both finding weird stuff, and then they're talking to each other about the weird stuff they found.
Or they have a fight about it.
And she kicks Megan down the basement stairs.
She kicks them down. There's this action scene where one of them throws the other one out the window.
There's a knife fight.
There's
some explosions. Megan turns into a truck because she's a transformer in disguise.
Some more.
And then
there needs to be
Sludge Queen.
And then Sludge Queen pops up and goes, "I'm a Sludge Queen. Feed me pizza.
Gotta love me."
Can you think of a movie where it's one character for the majority of the movie that you end up liking? I mean, again, I'm going back to what I was just referencing in the last movie. 1408, it's a lot of just John Cusack.
1408
Buried,
is good.
Ryan Reynolds.
Buried's a good... Yeah, Buried's good. I mean, it can work, but there's got to be a lot of shit going on.
For
and
a
that's
horror
just
movie, it's difficult. I mean, Castaway was okay.
Well,
there's
there's
the whole
there's
time.
like
He
a
had-
volleyball.
He
Yeah.
had something to talk to, right? And that's the gimmick, is you're all by
He
yourself.
fucked that ball, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it became a bowling ball. Gave it 3 holes. What would you recommend?
I would recommend the video game Gone Home,
Okay.
Oh.
where you playing. I think was in Europe for a while, and she's coming back home, and her family's not there to greet her, and then she has to go through this house, kind of like this character does, and just finding clues and figuring out what the mystery of where everybody is, and it's really good.
You could do some of The Room if you just want to puzzle your way through things.
She just want puzzles.
Then go download The Room games.
There's not really any puzzles in this.
I don't know.
If you want some culty things that are maybe a little more lighter, like a little more slapsticky, a little more fun, you could do Satanic Panic, or sometimes it's just called Panic, depending on where you look. That one was pretty good. A pizza delivery girl gets dragged into a cult thing going on in the community. That one was really good. That was funny.
Is pizza delivery the most dangerous job in the world?
I think they actually talk about that in some places, how it is really fucking dangerous.
Food delivery in general.
Yeah. We Summon the Darkness.
What's that?
That was another really good one. That one has Alexandra Daddario. It has Johnny Knoxville. 3 best friends embark on a road trip to a heavy metal show where they bond with 3 aspiring
Is
musicians.
she best friends with Johnny Knoxville?
Nah, he's got a different part to play in that. But they go to an after party, and then cultist shenanigans ensue.
Is it like Green
There's
Room,
also-
but with cultists instead of skinheads?
Not that hardcore.
Okay.
It's a little more. There's also...
I thought, okay, The Last
you got another one?
Man on Earth.
Oh, a good... the Richard Matheson?
Richard Matheson. The book is I Am Legend, and the one with...
Omega Man?
is it Omega?
Well,
So there's Omega Man.
The one with
Omega
Will
Man
Smith
is with
is I
Charlton
Am
Heston.
Legend.
They've adapted it like a handful of times,
I Am Legend, Will Smith.
Well, I Am Legend, Will Smith. Well, while you're thinking of that, I'm also going to say, if you want some more intense, like, okay, the shit's actually working, maybe, sort of type stuff, The Apostle
The Apostle.
with Dan Stevens.
That's the apostate.
No, that's Apostle, bud.
You sure?
Yes.
You positive?
Yes.
You looking at it right now?
I am looking at it right now.
Okay.
That's where I went for a second. I was verifying the titles of these movies, because it's like, I know what these are. Also, Ryan mentioned Rosemary's Baby.
Vincent Price. That's what it was. Last Man on Earth.
Which one?
Vincent
Last
Price.
Man on Earth. And then Heston was Omega Man,
Yes.
where he had like the robot blaster and he fought like those weird robots.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've
Dr.
seen that
Wily.
one. But I do remember Vincent Price
Omega Man.
being alone for a good portion of that movie. But his thing is he's like talking to himself. And I think there's some recordings. But it's...
Have you seen The Apostle, Ryan?
The Apostle? No.
We should do that
Apostle.
one.
We should do that. It's good.
It's
it is
very
good.
good.
As Ryan mentioned earlier, Rosemary's Baby, or as I like to call it, Gaslight the Movie, is very good for cultist stuff. The book was also phenomenal, but there is a sequel book, and I'm told never to fucking read it. If there's ever a sequel that ruins the previous book, apparently it is that.
I think we have to read it now.
It undoes everything and basically turns it all around, and it was all in her head.
It's a just
Then what's
kidding.
the point? Then what's the point of the book?
It's fucking
money.
money.
Right, but
Yeah.
so like the first sentence of the book, JK, it was all in her head. Then
JK.
what's the rest of the book?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the first sentence, but
So you think it's the second sentence?
yeah, it's probably the second sentence.
First sentence. Fade in. Just kidding. It was all in her
I would
fade
do
out.
more Ty West.
Who?
I mean, more Ty West. The Sacrament's good. Pearl X are good. The Innkeepers, if you like the slower burn ones, the Innkeeper's still a slow burn, but Daniel, I don't know if this will shock you or not. Innkeepers gets a 5.5.
Innkeepers should be higher than this one.
I think it probably should be higher, even though,
But
I mean, I don't...
Innkeepers doesn't have the craziness at the end.
No, it doesn't really escalate like
It doesn't
that.
have like this crazy yeah.
Because it actually has
escalator of
stuff.
action.
It actually has stuff that happens throughout.
It has interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some other good cult movies and things. We got any good cult video games?
What's that movie? I feel like it's not really culty, but what was that? Ready or not? Hide. What was it? Hide. You know what I'm talking
Ready or
about?
Not?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ready or Not.
Hide
Yeah.
and seek with Kane.
No.
I think is what you're going for. No?
no, that is a movie.
I was going for
Okay.
Ready or Not.
I mean, yeah, you could argue that the
It's kind of a satanic
Halloween
thing.
4 through 6 is a bit culty.
No.
No.
You don't think the Druids are a cult?
Druids don't hit us until 6? Yeah, it doesn't hit till 6. I
What
think.
even is a druid?
The Druids.
The only druid I know of is the one that shapeshifts into a bear and then you have sex with it.
Baldur's Gate 3. Mandy?
Yeah, I'd say Mandy.
Mandy. Definitely Mandy. I think anytime you're dealing with cults, though, you can also just branch into Cosmic and be just fine. Go do some Cthulhu shit. I'm trying to think of a good culty game.
Red
I
State
got
was
nothing.
a cult.
Red State was a cult.
Culty game. Deadly
I
Premonition.
mean, you can go listen to some podcasts about some cults with some good cult podcasts.
I think I'm just going to recommend Deadly Premonition every time.
I think you do.
That's fine. Would you say The Shallows is a
No, it's a shark
single
movie.
person horror movie?
Well, we don't know the shark's religious beliefs, so that shark
It's
very
not
well
a
may
cult
have
movie.
been satanic.
It's
Okay.
well, she does have Steven Seagal,
And he's, yeah,
but there's a lot of just her. That's true. Midsummer.
that's a cult, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Wicker Man.
Not a cult.
No,
Just a good
Wicker
time.
Man has way too much interaction for that.
No, we're just saying cult movies again. We're bouncing
Oh,
back and
cult
forth.
movies, Wicker Man, sure.
Nah.
Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz, sure.
That, yeah, well, okay, yes, for sure. Yeah, I know we're missing some big solo horror movie thing it's gonna haunt me. Like, not just like a psychological, like, I'm in space by myself kind of thing. Because that's been done. Those are good. Might have to come back to that. We failed you.
Mm.
I'm sure.
Mm.
I'm sure of it.
Mm.
We have got tomorrow for all you old old subscribers and new subscribers, because we don't offer some sort of deal to new subscribers that old subscribers don't get. Look, you all get the same deal. This ain't AT&T, okay?
Technically, you don't
Wait,
even
wait.
need to be subscribed to get anything.
Well, if they want us to survive, they will subscribe. So
Well, we don't get anything.
we don't. But one day, someone on the street will be like, "Hey, you guys do a good job," and that's
Kind of
what
like
we
how
need.
in Death Stranding, you want like your likes to go up when like you build a bridge, right? And you want people to be using that bridge, and then you want them to mash that like button so that then your
I
like
got a
score
good
can go
bridge.
up. This is a good bridge, and we need you to smash that button so
You're
that
right.
so
They
that
could-
our karma score can go up.
You're right.
Ryan
They could go
Ryan
watch
is living in a
Omen.
country where he needs a good citizen score.
In this analogy, are we then the trolls that live under the bridge?
That
We-
no, we built
we
the
are
bridge.
the trolls
We're the bridge.
on rock and roll.
I'm the bridge. Walk upon me.
Yeah, go watch The Omen.
Wait, is that what we're doing?
No, up
Oh.
next.
What are we watching next?
Up next, we've got the first VHS, and I don't mean literally a tape. Just type in VHS.
Oh, good, because
you'll
I don't
find
have
it.
a
They've made a
I
bunch
don't
of
have a VCR.
them. Well, you should. You're in one. We have you guys seen this?
Nar.
Nope.
Is there a Ty West
See,
segment on it?
There's a Adam Wingard segment on it, I believe. Wingard?
Ah, famed director of Death Note.
Yeah, and you're next.
But more importantly, Death Note.
I mean, that's an interesting movie.
That movie sucks ass.
I'll give it that.
Jeez.
So, tune in next time, folks. VHS, watch it. That's going to be interesting because that's our first anthology movie I think we've done.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. So that should be fun. A lot to talk about there, hopefully.
Doubt it.
So, well, I guess, as always, I've been your horrible... Look, I needed to watch this old person.
What?
Host.
What?
Kenny.
Are you an old person who specializes... Are you a voyeur who specializes in old people?
No, I don't have a kid for you to watch. I needed to watch this old person instead.
Oh, you're an adult babysitter. Not like a babysitter who is an adult, but someone
I
who...
need an adult babysitter.
Someone who babysits an adult.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay. I am your OG sludge queen, Daniel.
I've been
I
your...
didn't want to take that from you.
Oh, no one does. I've been your number 2 crying thunderstorm in the bathroom, Ryan.
And remember, don't commit a pizza crime. We will find you.
And the thunder rolls.
Thunder rolls.